Still might be something. Wallace again towards it to who? And yes! Sunderland! They've got it! Michael Chopra! Debut goal! Last kick of the game almost! And Sunderland are in dreamland! What a story this is! Roy Keane strikes again.
Well, there's no point in me saying I don't believe it, because I do believe it. Spurs have been punished. As I said, a bit of a lack of ambition, lack of width. There's great play on the far side. What a cool finish from the substitute, Michael Chopra. Fantastic first touch.
There's still a bit of work to be done here, though, at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland finishing strongly. Ball is fired in. Jones is at the mid post by Watt with a brilliant save. Oh, but it's in! Right at the death. Stokes is the hero for Sunderland.
Well, what a lifeline. We talk time and time again about this Sunderland side having a huge amount of spirit and determination, and the amount of goals that they've scored in the final minutes in games is incredible, and it's no fluke. It comes about because it's a belief, it's about determination. The goalkeeper makes two terrific saves, one from the header from Kenwyne Jones, the initial header from Stokes, but fortunately Stokes, from a Sunderland point of view, recovers quick enough to deal with an awkward ball that comes his way, and Roy Keane and everybody in this stadium can now celebrate.
Still Sunderland trying. Edwards with the ball in. It's Reid! What a finish! What an important goal this could be! It may well keep Sunderland in the Premier League.
What a strike, what a finish, what an occasion, and what magnificent 3 points for Sunderland, and you wouldn't deny them that. They've been terrific, especially in the second half, and they've kept knocking on the door, and once again they've come up with a late goal. This has happened on so many occasions this season. It's more than a coincidence, and he has to work hard, Andy Reid. It's the header from Anton Ferdinand. Lucas Neal can't get his body in the way, and that's one relieved Sunderland player, because he knows he missed the best chance of the game before then, and even the manager can salute and celebrate.
Leadbitter with the corner, it's off the bar, did it cross the line? It did! Sunderland have won it in injury time. Murphy claims it. It may well be the biggest goal of his career. It's Sunderland 3, Middlesbrough 2.
Well, to do this on the amount of times that it's happened this season, it is more than a coincidence. It's about a team that's full of spirit, full of determination, and a never-say-die attitude. And Daryl Murphy does brilliantly, because he just drifts away from the keeper, gets himself in a great position, and directs a wonderful header from the corner kick from Grant Leadbitter, and that's definitely over the line. The linesman on that far side was absolutely certain, and you can see there, it is well over.
Final kick of the game. Darren Bent wins it for Sunderland. Heart broken. Manchester City concede their first goal of the season in the last seconds of the Stadium of Light. Sunderland have brought Manchester City crashing down.
Well, maybe not the most convincing penalty you'll ever see Darren Bent take, but I tell you what, the pressure on him was absolutely enormous. But credit Sunderland, they've had a terrific second half. A little maybe bit good fortune with the penalty being given. You see the strike maybe goes underneath Joe Hart. It does. Joe Hart actually dives beyond the ball. The City keeper will be mortified when he sees that. But it's just gone underneath the keeper, and Steve Bruce.
Last gasp header there, putting it over the bar. Brilliant piece of football from the two players.
Could well be a header that gets a vital point for Sunderland today. There's Sully Muntari, they could get the three, it's Muntari! Sunderland have stolen it! And Steve Bruce and his vastly depleted squad are safe in the Premier League now.
Amazing. You say what you like about the Premier League. You know, where else in the world do you get that? You're going within a minute, goal line clearance, right up to the other end. Switched off again, Bolton, people in the wrong places. Montari, it was a save, then a deflection. It's got him behind, initially on target, then a save. And all Knight can do is slide it into the net after Jääskeläinen, I think, has knocked it away from the goal.
Seb Larsson, 4 goals this season. It's 5! And Sunderland have surely won it! What a turnaround! Left off at the Stadium of Light, and this football-mad region can celebrate a thunderous finish to this match.
Well, the player in the wall, I think it's Yakubu, almost ducks underneath it because it goes over the wall and still hits the bottom of the post. Great free kick from Larsson. That's what we've talked about all game. That he is a brilliant dead ball specialist. Niall Quinn, he might have beaten Samba in the air a couple of times throughout the game.
Sunderland have been brilliant in terms of getting bodies in the way.
G. Sessegnon, and it's G! Round the goalkeeper! What an extraordinary finish! With almost the last kick of the game! Ji Dong-won wins it for Sunderland! And the most extraordinary weekend of the Barclays Premier League season so far! Sees United beaten, Chelsea beaten, and now Manchester City beaten as well!
Well, I can't believe what I'm witnessing here. What a counter-attack that was. Oh, it's been a great performance, just in terms of just grit and determination, desire, to want to defend.
It's the time for a winner. One more big chance maybe to create late on here. 5 minutes of stoppage time having been played. Another 3 remain as the ball's fired in early, and it's there from Wilson Isidore! There is time, there is late drama. Who's the daddy? Wilson Isidore. Heads under goalkeeper Kelleher, and Sunderland have won it surely. What a week it's been for him. On his 50th appearance for the club, he became a father again this week, and he celebrates with what is surely a winning goal at the Stadium of Light. Great delivery into the penalty area. He found a yard, found that gap, and headed powerfully under goalkeeper Kelleher, and Sunderland lead by 2 goals to 1. Taking on Reinildo, who did enough there. And Geertruida coming away with it and just throwing it forward for Broby to chase, and Broby might be able to hit this. He's brought it down under control. He hasn't really got support yet. Players arriving now, one of them, Talbi! Shamsdean Talbi for Sunderland! It's a winner surely at Stamford Bridge. What drama! Oh, in front of the Sunderland fans. Talbi has done it for Sunderland. What a finish. Held up brilliantly by Brian Broby. He waited for support. He received that support. And Shamsdean Talbi did the rest. Well, what a way to get your first goal for the club. In style. I thought for a moment Broby would hit that. He waited and timed his pass to perfection. And the finish was also perfection.